What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We're getting ready to go right into the weekend. But first, this podcast is presented by Macy's. We actually took a lovely little trip to Macy's this week. I got some slippers, I got a blanket, and the holidays are right around the corner. So the Macy's gift guide is really going to come into play.
It really is. I love going over to that store around this time. Everything's decorated. The Christmas music's playing.
Christmas spirit is there.
It is. It really is. And it gets you in that gift-giving mindset. So jump in. It's time. Like, don't wait too long and wait till the last minute. Procrastinate. Macy's is starting their Black Friday deals right now. So if you have your list and you're starting to think of ideas for people in your life, you can check those off early. Get these great deals at Macy's. You can shop early and score the best deals before they're gone from now until November 23rd. So make sure you guys are checking the website and seeing what they got, because I've been browsing too. Some great deals. I just upgraded a couple things for Joe. One is like the pasta pot we have upgraded. Got a new, really nice one. His Weekender travel bag just broke, the one that he had. He had it for years. So they have some great deals on bags like that. Got a new one. Really, good gifts. Great stuff. Puts you in that mindset. Start making your list, guys, because before you know it, it's going to be December and you're going to be like, wow, where'd the time go? So jump on it quick. You can shop at Macy's.com.
Go do that. How are we feeling? We're about to head into the weekend, about to hit the road for another show. But how are we feeling on this lovely Thursday?
We don't normally travel on the weekends for shows, so it is kind of a funny feeling. Like, I feel like we're just going to Detroit. I'm forgetting that it's obviously it'll be a ton of fun, but work trip too. But I'm excited for a Saturday show.
But besides the shows,
other than that, I'm good. No.
Nothing new?
No.
All right.
It was a quiet week. It felt like one of those weeks where I just didn't know what day it was the whole week. Yesterday really felt like a Thursday. I don't know. Couldn't tell if it was a really long week or fast week. It felt long, actually, now that I'm thinking back to where I was on Monday. I don't even remember what I did on Monday.
The weeks are going by fast, honestly. Yeah. Right around this time is when it starts flying by.
I know. I don't have really too much. I went to a new restaurant, not new-ish, but my first time there. Went to Roscioli's. It's the Roman Italian spots. And we did their downstairs tasting menu.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard great
God.
things.
It was delicious. They came over and they gave us a little, this is right up your alley. Ready for this?
He's like, lay it on me, babe.
Put out your hand.
Oh.
And they poured a little dab of 50-year-old balsamic vinegar.
A balsamic bump?
To give it a little try, yeah.
Wow.
Just a little bit, right, to give it a little lick and taste it. But yeah, at age 50 years.
Holy shit.
Yes, it was
I
really.
would have eaten that up.
Oh my God, it was so good. And then they brought a plate of chunks of Parmesan, and then he drizzled another balsamic all on the top of it. But yeah, it was a fantastic tasting menu. Just
that
delicious.
Is making me hot and sweaty.
With the wine pairing, tried some different kinds of wines. It was really quite good.
That sounds fucking delightful. That sounds amazing.
It was a lovely evening.
That balsamic story just reminded me, and I said balsamic bump because I watched Matthew McConaughey on Two Bears, One Cave with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, and they made it. Matthew McConaughey was talking about how much he fucking loves ketchup. Like, he just puts ketchup on everything. He loves ketchup, and Bert Kreischer was saying that sometimes he'll put ketchup on his hand and lick it off, and he was calling it a K bump. And the way that Matthew McConaughey was like, like a little hit. Yeah. Let me tell you. Matthew McConaughey, I think, is one of the most captivating people on this planet. Just everything he's saying, everything he's talking about. Did you watch it at all, Noah?
No, I haven't seen this.
You got to watch it. Honestly, I watched the entire hour and a half of him on this podcast because
I only saw a clip of them talking about what cut of steak he prefers.
Because what I was about to say was everything he talks about is with such passion that
Yeah,
he's
right,
talking
right,
about
right.
the way he eats a steak.
Yeah.
And I'm so captivated. He talked about
He's a great storyteller.
the way that he makes tuna salad. He's a big tuna salad guy. The way that he makes tuna salad literally got me horny. I was like, oh my God, the way he's describing
Just the way he says
this
it,
fucking tuna salad.
Yeah.
I'm like horned up for the tuna salad.
And for him.
Matthew McConaughey, like all over the board here. It's unbelievable. I was so captivated, but really he's such an interesting guy and talking about, I feel like because I think this is his second book now, right? Like he
had one come out years ago.
he
Yeah.
had
Is
one
he
come out
promoting a
years
new
ago.
book right
When
now?
he was on the show, he was talking about another book.
Oh, so
I,
then he must be
I would
right. Yeah, I
assume
mean,
it's
he had
another
his-
one,
yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
one from years ago.
No, that one
But
was
the
green light or something. Green.
Yeah, let me see.
Something with green, right?
Yes, it had green in it.
Definitely had green in the title. We know that
For
for
sure.
sure.
Green Lights.
Green
Green
lights. Yep.
Oh, so maybe they were just talking about green
Well,
lights.
he has another book that came out in 2023 called Just Because.
Yeah. So they were talking about green
were talking
lights,
about
I'm
green
pretty
lights.
sure. And it's just so interesting to learn about how he was, he was so in that rom-com
Yeah.
era, and like he was the rom-com guy.
Yeah.
That he talked about how it wasn't fulfilling him anymore. Like it was great, but like he didn't want to do rom-coms anymore. And so him and his wife had a conversation where he was like, I'm going to take a break. Like until I get some serious offers. Like I'm not gonna act anymore. Like
Yeah.
I can't keep doing rom-coms. And he took a break from acting, and like he explained it. He was like, it's kind of like, he was like, people started taking me seriously because they were like, oh, he's not just like disappearing for no reason. Like why is he
Right.
disappearing? And that's when offers started coming, because at first they were like, it was
Right.
dry for a little bit. But the way that he just explains things and explains like life lessons is very interesting. Such a captivating person, and really a great podcast. And just to hear him talk about like mundane task of
Yeah.
like putting ketchup on scrambled eggs,
Really
or just
worked out
like
for him.
making steak, or really
Do
making
you like
tuna
ketchup
fish.
enough to put it on your hand? And
No,
No.
God, no.
I would put mustard on my hand
No.
way before I put ketchup.
Me
on my hand.
too. Me too. I agree with that.
I feel like when you can get different varieties of something, like you can have different types of mustard, things like that, where
They talk
it
about
has a
mustard a lot.
stronger, yeah, it has a stronger taste. Ketchup is just like ketchup, you
Right.
know? And
Yeah.
you want it to kind of taste the same every
Yeah.
time.
He talks about the best way to eat ketchup on a burger is by dipping it into the ketchup. He's like, you want the ketchup to hit you first. Like everything he's talking about, I'm like, I'm so captivated by this man.
Yeah.
Really, anything. And then I started rewatching clips from the 2014 Oscars of when he won for Dallas Buyers Club, because that really was such a stacked year. It was like Matthew McConaughey, Leonardo DiCaprio, Christian Bale. You had 12 Years a Slave. Like there were so many movies that year. So the fact that he won that, and people
Yeah.
were so pissed Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win at the time.
What was that for Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, because he ended up winning for The Revenant
Yeah.
the next year or
Yeah.
the year after that.
But that was like they had to give it to him.
But
at that point.
Matthew McConaughey was outstanding in Dallas Buyers Club. But him, which I feel like people have seen him talk about a lot, is talk about Wolf of Wall Street and how this, like when he's beating on his chest, is something he does before scenes anyway, because he was like, it gets the anxiety out of my body before I'm about to do a big scene, like it makes me loose. So he was like, so I was doing that before the scene, and then me and like Leo were riffing, and then Leo was like, what was that thing you were doing? Like, can you do that during this scene? And he was like, yeah. And then they ended up keeping it in. But he talked about like, and it's so true, he was like, because they were bringing up like, is there like jealousy and competitiveness, like if you're working with someone as big as Leonardo DiCaprio? And he was like, with the really great actors, there's not. He was like, because you want to be stolen from another actor. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, like he stole it from him but gave it to him. Like he was like, you should use your own thing in this, which is giving Matthew McConaughey more to his scene, whereas like another actor who maybe is less secure in themselves won't do that because they don't want you to be as good.
Yeah.
Whereas Leo
It's
wants
like
you
the
to be
best
as good.
Players elevate your game.
Right. Like
Right.
they want other people to be as good. And so he was explaining like that Leo doing that for him is like, Leo knew he had the rest of the movie to shine.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was helping Matthew McConaughey shine in that moment, which was cool to hear him talk about that. And also talk about like directors. He talked about Martin Scorsese and like how he works. And he was like, it's very musical. Like he's just like bopping around, like singing, and like, he's like, there's no words coming out. He's just like,
Yeah.
like he's in a musical.
Right.
Talk about Interstellar. I feel like that's like having because I think it's a 10-year anniversary, and they're like playing it back in theaters now.
Yeah, I think you can go see it in
Yeah.
IMAX again.
There wasn't much Interstellar talk. He talked about, do you ever see, they brought up a trailer for the movie Tiptoes? Do you remember this? I had no idea this existed, but they showed him the trailer, and it's a movie with Kate Beckinsale, Gary Oldman, and Matthew McConaughey, and a bunch of other people. So basically, like, the story is like a family of dwarfs, and like Matthew McConaughey is the only one that's not. And him and Kate Beckinsale get together, and then like they get pregnant, and then he has to tell Kate he carries the gene to have dwarfs, and like it's a whole, and Gary Oldman is playing like the younger brother, and he's playing a dwarf, and they were like asking him like, and Matthew McConaughey was like,
this movie never saw the light of day.
No, it did. And Matthew McConaughey was like, I've never seen the trailer for this. He was like, this is incredible. Like them showing him the own trailer, he was like,
I think I saw that
because
clip.
What? He never saw he never saw the movie?
No, he never saw the trailer for it. He was like, I never saw the trailer for this movie, because Tom Segura was telling him, which I think makes sense. Like a lot of actors don't want to watch themselves.
No, totally. But it's like, he made the movie,
but yeah, I know. But Tom Segura was saying that he shows people and people think it's like an SNL sketch. So like Matthew McConaughey was like, oh my God, like watching this, it's funny, and then it gets really serious, and they like show the whole thing. So just to be able to like get the inside look of like a casual conversation of somebody who's so famous like him was so interesting, just incredibly interesting. I would recommend people watch it because it was like a relaxed setting, like they were drinking, whatever, but so many good stories.
I think that's always the most refreshing way to see somebody like that be interviewed.
But it makes me jealous because I want people to come in and sit down and talk with us for like hours like that and just fucking, you know what I mean? I'm like, I want to do that.
You
like
could.
It's just, I know it's like a different,
it's a different
layout.
thing, and it's a different, like you need at least an hour.
Yeah, and it's just so cool that they that like such big actors they want to sit down and just like talk. Like even like because it's like a normal conversation when you're watching. It's like even like the silence, right? Like they're not filling gaps. They're having a conversation. There's gaps because it's like very real. I thought it was really good. I was very captivated by it, and I would recommend if anybody wants to watch a good Matthew McConaughey interview because it talks a lot about the industry and stuff. But that was
open invite to Matthew McConaughey.
Open invite to Matthew. Even though he did so much. What's he going to tell us, Yeah,
well, we'll have to go through some
I think
other condiments.
He has plenty to talk about. He's lived some life.
Yeah.
But I watched that after I made my beef stew, which was excelente. And I didn't bring any leftovers for you guys because tonight I'm going to make shepherd's pie from my beef stew.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a twist.
I know.
I love shepherd's pie.
Big drop on the podcast. I'm making shepherd's pie from my beef stew.
What goes into a shepherd's pie?
You just lay down the beef stew into a thing, and you just put the mashed potato layer on top. Because the shepherd's pie is usually like I think like ground beef people make it with, but you can use stuff
so
from
you'll
the beef
just
stew.
do like to make the.
So I'm just gonna make the mashed
pie.
potatoes and lay it on top and get that shit crispy golden and make a fucking shepherd's pie. Wow. Martha Stewart over here after I watched that documentary.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna
pie.
bring you guys some leftovers, and I said, no, Mama's keeping this for herself.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was too good.
That's fair. I mean, we obviously immediately came up with an idea of an alternative idea.
Yeah, well, honestly, a couple people DM'd it to me.
Oh,
I actually like beef stew when it's cold too. Shepherd's pie too. Like it's like a different.
It has that taste.
It's like a different meal.
I totally get what you're saying.
To try.
What beef stew?
Beef stew?
Yeah, like I wish I just knew. No.
Next batch.
I just wish I'd like. It's literally something that I can't even. I wish I could even like speak to the flavor profile and even know what it tastes like.
I think you would really like it. I mean, it's all the things combined that I think you would really like.
Have you had shepherd's pie?
No.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Well, next batch I'll bring some in for you guys. I won't make the shepherd's pie after, but
you got it. I mean, I'm surprised because when you go to like London or that area, like that's where it's best. So next time you go,
I know, but I never eat the British food when I'm there. Really, well, I had the beans and the toast and all that, but yeah, that is big there. Well, I've never gone to a Sunday roast, but next time I go, I plan on going to a Sunday roast.
I don't think I ever went to that or heard of that.
A Sunday roast?
Sunday roast.
Like, is that like a British thing?
Yeah, it's like early.
Yeah,
it's like early in the day on Sunday. I think they say like 2 p.m. It's kind of like our Italian sauce.
Yeah.
Like when I ate on Sundays growing up, we ate dinner at like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was so early every Sunday. And then like we just ate leftovers throughout the night. But Sunday was
So it's
always
like Thanksgiving every day.
No, truly it was like 1, 2 o'clock every Sunday, pasta and meatballs.
Yeah.
And then you eat it later on in the night. And then every meal you have that day is
Pasta
and meatballs.
Yep.
Pasta and meatball day. Yep. Sunday sauce, Sunday roast. There you go.
Very similar. I never did the I'd say so my family will never eat a meal early ever.
Really?
What's early?
Holidays.
Not Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh my
What
God,
do
we
you eat?
eat
What
so
time do you eat?
early.
We'll
on
have Thanksgiving. And probably maybe that's the earliest we'll have, and it's still like 6 o'clock.
What?
Well, that's late. For
Thanksgiving is like
Yeah.
3 o'clock, so you get the first course, and then
Yeah.
after that.
No, it's you cannot get either side of my family to eat a meal early in the day, no matter what. Like my parents on their own now, even at their age. No offense, mom and dad, but they have dinner so late.
What time?
They'll 8:30, not like late.
Dang.
Yeah.
That is pretty late.
Yeah, living that European lifestyle in Florida.
I've always
But-
been an early eater.
No, that's why I'm always late. Like now when the time change, it really fucks me up because I'm like, when it's so dark out so early, Monday night, I was like, oh, I'm hungry, dinner time, went to go order my dinner and I looked at my phone, it was 5:45 and I was like, oh God, I can't eat dinner now.
Why? I always eat dinner around that time.
No, never.
I'm like any time between 5:30 and 7:30 I'm eating
No,
dinner.
nope.
I worry
Oh my
about
God,
eating
no.
early because then I'm like, I know I'll get
Because
hungry
exactly. Then I'd stay up too late and then I'm hungry again. Like if I went to bed early.
But you're not hungry from 12 when you eat lunch or 12:1 till that time? That's a long time
Yeah,
too.
no, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, we eat lunch later in the day normally.
She's a
like I'm
coffee
never
drinker
having
now.
lunch at noon. I'm having lunch at 1:30. But even then, no, I mean, the earliest I'll eat dinner is probably like 7.
That's a solid time.
That's
the standard.
But I
think.
would say realistically, I'm probably having dinner between like 7:30 and 8 o'clock every night.
That's normal to me. I think it's once you hit 9 o'clock. I think that's crazy.
No. That's too late. That's totally too late.
Unless it's the weekend
But if
and
it's
you're
like-
going to a late dinner and
Yeah.
you go out after, it's a whole other ball game
Yeah.
we're talking about. We don't have to get into that.
I'm talking about like being in my own home.
Yeah.
Where even like at that point when I saw 5:45, I was like, too early for me to eat dinner.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's just programmed in my brain from like never ever eating an early meal in my life.
I would imagine more people lay on that side of things.
Some people want to have an early dinner. And also it's like people
It's
have
all
an early
about your
dinner
body clock, huh?
Yeah, and it's what time people go to bed. Like, if you're somebody that's in bed at 9:30, like on your way to being asleep, yeah, you probably want to have dinner at like 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock. But I'm up late. Like I'm not getting into bed until at least midnight.
You don't get into your bed until midnight?
Yeah. I don't have a TV in my room. You know that.
Yeah.
So like if we're watching,
I'm way later than.
Yeah, if
all
we're
of you guys.
Into your bed.
if we're
Into
watching,
my bed like after 1.
yeah.
What?
If Noah stays up really late,
Yeah,
but if we're
you wanna
watching,
eat, like I'll eat dinner at like 10:30.
yeah, like if we're watching a show or any like we're on the couch, we're not in bed because we don't have a TV in our bedroom.
I've actually
So.
seen people like TikTok clips of whoever saying that like you shouldn't like hang out in your bed. You shouldn't watch TV in your bed because then that becomes like your body knows that's not a place to go to sleep and it makes it harder to go to sleep. Some weird thing like
That
that.
would make sense.
I
but I
mean,
don't get into
that
bed at
makes
like 9
sense.
o'clock. I get into bed at like 10:30.
Yeah,
But
No.
then how long are you in bed until you go to sleep?
I don't know. Like an hour.
yeah, it's not bad at all. But I feel like you're up later because sometimes
really-
you're on your phone.
It
Like, we're
depends on the
texting.
night. It
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
depends on the night.
Yeah,
I don't have like a steady bedtime.
no, I don't either. I certainly,
Like it changes every night, really.
I certainly don't. I certainly
I
don't
gotta
either.
go. It's bedtime.
But on like a good night, I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face at like 11:15 and then getting into bed. But that's not
This
often.
whole conversation's making me want to eat dinner and go to bed. So
Same.
I know,
move
right?
on.
It is actually making me tired.
Yeah,
It's
move on.
actually making
Yeah.
me tired.
yeah, that can't happen. We gotta.
Well, it's because it's pitch black at 5 o'clock.
That really is fucking.
It's the worst.
Would you guys?
It's so
get
hard
rid
to
of
like.
daylight savings if you could?
Yes.
Yeah.
The nighttime is just like It's brutal.
Daylight savings is just so fake.
But didn't they vote?
Like, it's so confusing.
They did get rid of it, but it just hasn't
like,
kicked
I'm like,
in
why
yet.
are we doing
I don't know.
this?
I don't know what hoops they have to jump through for something like that to actually happen. It is really silly. Because it's just like, let the sun set at 6 o'clock in the winter.
We got like
I
an
just
hour
don't
and a half.
understand.
It's 3 o'clock right now. We have like an hour and a half left of sunlight.
Oh,
Yeah,
it gets
barely.
dark
By the
so
time we
early.
leave, like, it'll be pitch black. Is the worst. And that's why it just puts you in such like a, when you go home, you want to do, like, all you want to do is do nothing. In my mind, at least. Like, when I get home and it's already dark and I'm like walking in the door at 5:15 and it's pitch black, I'm like, all right, guess it's time to just lay on the couch.
Right. That's the seasonal.
You know?
That's the seasonal depression.
Like, I'm not gonna go in my. And this is tough because it is like the first few weeks where it is this dark, so it hits you the most before you kind of adjust and get used to it. But it feels impossible to do anything. Like, even if I have to run to the store, I'm like, oh, I can't go to the store. It's
No,
pitch
I'll
black
be like,
out.
oh, the store must be closed. It's like 4
Right,
p.m.
right.
Exactly.
You feel like you can't do
I
it.
think that all the
Yesterday,
time
you sent,
walking
like,
down
an
the street.
email, I think, for work, and I goes, wow, that's a late email for work, and it was like 4
It was,
p.m.
yes,
Yeah.
it was actually. I sent an email that I also thought was going to be late.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's 5:40. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's confusing right now. But
It's tough. I hate it.
it happens every year. But every year it just hits you.
You know what I'm
what I
really
mean?
excited
know.
for, though? Like, when it gets dark this early, it's like, I just know we're a couple weeks away from like all the Christmas trees being on the streets.
Yeah,
And then it
yeah.
just smells
yeah.
Yeah,
nice
it
when
gets
you walk around.
festive and everything. It's beautiful. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We got some topics to talk about. We're going to talk about John Krasinski winning People's Sexiest Man Alive 2024.
Can we also combine that with the Vanity Fair Hollywood spread?
Yeah, Glenn Powell was too busy doing Vanity
Yeah,
Fair
exactly.
to get the Sexiest
Exactly.
Man. Teddi Mellencamp getting a divorce. She was caught having an affair with her horse trainer. It's always the trainer. Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks were seen maybe getting cuddly. Huh? Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian did a Dolce & Gabbana SKIMS ad, plays on the whole Italian Dolce & Gabbana wedding. Maud's son was seen dating Brittany from Love is Blind, no longer with Avril Lavigne, but on to Brittany from Love is Blind. And Tommy Fury caught cheating in Dubai with some girls. So we're going to talk about it all, and we have a great game of trivia. So let's get into it.
We are so excited to be working with SKIMS and have SKIMS come on to the podcast. I know we were even talking about it in this episode, but the SKIMS Fits Everybody collection is so great, so soft. I think both of us have been wearing it on our own. We purchased a ton of products for years now.
years.
Their Fits Everybody bralettes are some of my favorites. Their triangle bralette, I could sleep in, which is, rarely do you say that about a bra or bralette because you want to stay comfortable. But for me, like, wearing an underwire bra every day can be like so annoying, but it's tough because I want something that still gives me that same, like, a good support. The triangle bralette, great support, so comfortable.
For me, it's the thongs. I'm absolutely obsessed with the thongs. Not only do they have a great color collection, because I feel like you want colors that you could wear under anything, but seriously, the material, like, we travel all the time.
Yeah.
So when we're walking through the airport, we're sitting on long planes. You want a comfortable thong. You want a comfortable underwear. And the Fits Everybody collection, they have that. And also, it's that perfect material. It's stretchy, it's soft, but you feel secure. You feel locked in. It's my absolute favorite.
Yeah, I agree with you too. It's like that. The material is so nice because sometimes when you put on like underwear and it feels so heavy and constricting.
Yeah.
And this is like really breathable.
It's breathable,
I like
but
working
you
out in
also-
this underwear
yeah.
too is really nice.
You feel locked in, but
You
also
do.
able to breathe at the same
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. The Fits Everybody collection is really their best kept secret. We rave about it. We tell all of our friends about it. And now we're so excited because we get to tell you guys about it.
Yes.
They have a great range of sizes from extra small to 4X. You can shop now at skims.com. So after you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop down menu that follows. So that's super important, guys. If you're buying your
Very
Skims,
important.
tell them that we sent you because we are obsessed with the Fits Everybody collection. We think it is amazing. So if you're looking for the perfect gifts for the whole family this holiday season, Skims just launched their biggest holiday shop ever, also available at skims.com.
So it has been announced that John Krasinski has won People's Sexiest Man of 2024, Sexiest Man Alive, People's 2024. I can't speak right now. I'm all over the map. He won. And people were expecting it to be Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
I think everyone was expecting it to be Glenn Powell. He's had quite the year. But you have to accept People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that. And I think Glenn Powell denied People's Sexiest Man Alive now that this Vanity Fair Hollywood edition with all these big stars right now came out the same week. He's like, I can't be People's Sexiest Man Alive and also be taken seriously on the cover of Vanity Fair Hollywood edition.
Right.
So John Krasinski won People's Sexiest Man Alive. And here's the thing with John Krasinski. Handsome man, yes.
Yeah.
Great husband, yes. Great actor, yes. All of these things. There's nothing wrong with John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
The year, though, is 2024. And I think that when you see John Krasinski win People's Sexiest Man Alive, you're brought back to the 2012. You're brought back to the Office days. And you're like, what year is it? There's so many people are saying, oh, Pedro Pascal, he got snubbed. There were a bunch of people that got snubbed. But there's also, you got to accept it. So there could have been offers that went out, and a lot of people denied it. And then they got to John Krasinski, and he was like, hell yeah, I'm People's Sexiest Man Alive.
I think we also have to adjust to, like, what People's Sexiest Man Alive has turned into, you know? And a lot of that, yes, has to do with accepting and just... We can't be shocked by these choices anymore. Like it's been enough years where you scratch your head and then you're like, huh, that it's just like, sure, of course it's John Krasinski. Now I will say, I am a fan of this choice. And I also think it makes more sense for him to be Sexiest Man Alive now than it was in 2012. Like Jim Halpert, John Krasinski is not as sexy as Jack Ryan, John Krasinski.
Right. This
Jack
is
Ryan.
Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of man that John Krasinski has become.
Some people might argue this is better.
I am. That's what I'm saying.
I
think it is. I think he's sexier now.
Like
I just think it was random. Like I think we go John Krasinski, and that's why when we talked about this year,
last year was Patrick Dempsey, wasn't it?
I know, and we're confused, and we're confused every year.
It's just we gotta accept it.
When we guessed People's Sexiest Man Alive that one year, and I said Steve Carell, that's why I guessed Steve Carell because it's always
Were you happy with Patrick Dempsey?
I just was like, whatever. I
get that's another one where it's like, yeah, Patrick Dempsey, sure, but is it 2012?
Right, exactly. The year before that was Chris Evans. Now that I understand, where
was
you're like
the Knives Out year.
It seemed more,
second Knives Out, I think.
It seemed more relevant. Maybe because I'm just not like a big Jack Ryan person. Maybe that's why I'm not understanding the junk. But I'm not like. This isn't the worst pick in the world to me. Like, I'm not up in arms, throwing my shit in the air, stomping my feet.
It's no Blake Shelton.
Slamming doors. No, when Blake Shelton won, I was genuinely upset. When Blake Shelton won Sexiest Man Alive, I genuinely was upset, and I needed like 24 business hours to get over it.
Yeah.
John Krasinski, I found that out. I said, John Krasinski, and then I thought in my head, we joke around saying, oh my God, it should be Glenn Powell. I made a video joking like that, but like realistically, I'm like, handsome guy.
No, I think it's a...
I'm not like John Krasinski, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like such a...
If he was ugly, maybe I'd be like, what the hell's happening?
Right.
But he's no ugly man.
It is just such an uncontroversial pick,
No, it's like...
Like, it's so down the middle where it's like, you know what? Like, you're fine with it. It's like, yeah, I mean, he is he's a sexy guy. Love him and Emily Blunt. I think they're an amazing couple. I'm on record for saying I would love to spend time with them. And I think they're great. I mean, John Krasinski's a guy that's out here like during the pandemic. He made his own news show about good news. Like he's just like that.
I forgot about it. Remember, then people got pissed when he sold it. And he was
I mean, to me, John Krasinski, it's like we're just gonna throw 90 miles per hour down the middle, and we're gonna call it a day.
Yep.
He's not trying to go 100. Where it's like that's fine. That's John Krasinski.
Totally.
So I'm fine with that choice.
Totally. And I don't think
there's
there's too much to complain with there. It's like
there's so many younger options. I feel like they're only going old.
But here's
what
the
about
thing.
Timothy?
I think a lot of Timothy Chalamet.
They're not doing it.
that Timothée Chalamet is in the home of Kylie Jenner and he gets the call for People's Sexiest Man Alive and they're telling him to do it? No. They're telling him not to take that offer. Leonardo DiCaprio's gotten on the phone. He said, you never do Sexiest Man Alive. Everybody's stopping people from doing Sexiest Man Alive. But if you're John Krasinski
like
and
you're
you're like
trying
a
hard.
family guy
they don't
and
go younger anymore. That's just not what they do.
and people's like, we'll pay you $5 million to be People's Sexiest Man. Or John himself is like, I'll pay you $5 million to be Sexiest Man, to promote myself. We're not mad at John Krasinski,
No.
and we're not mad at people. When Blake Shelton got picked, yes, I was mad.
I mean, we're just on a run here of like was Patrick Dempsey last year?
He was last year, and Chris Evans was the year before.
And then like Paul Rudd, like there's just
Paul Rudd. People were hyped about Paul Rudd.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like we're in an era of them choosing like the older guys, like. When was the last time a guy in like his 20s?
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan. That was in 2020. Okay. Michael B. Jordan. That was like, yes,
Michael B. Jordan. Is Michael B. Jordan still in his 20s? Or was he, and then was he in his 20s?
Well, I think Michael B. Jordan is on the younger side of these men.
Yeah, he's no, he would have been in his 30s. So.
Yeah. So I'm just saying I'm just saying they're not going Timothée Chalamet age. Like that just hasn't been. Last time they had someone
in their 20s.
Glenn Powell and Michael B. Jordan are only 1 year apart. So, but Michael B. Jordan's on the younger side of that. But like Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba was a fantastic pick in 2018 because you want to know why? They had to make up for it when they picked Blake Shelton in 2017.
Right.
They picked Blake Shelton in 2017. Then 2018, they said, we got to make up for this with an actual sexy man. They went with Idris Elba.
Yep.
So they made up for it. But then they went to John Legend. Some people like John Legend in that way. To me, he's not screaming sexy. Michael B. Jordan, he screams sexy.
Yep.
And then they went to Paul Rudd, who's like a cute, like quirky sexy.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny sexy.
Chris Evans, sexy.
Yeah. Just nothing unsexy about it.
No. Patrick Dempsey.
Look,
older sexy.
Yeah, that's where you're going more Silver Fox.
There's all different kinds of sexies. The Rock.
It's funny, like when you go really back, like
The Rock won the year before Blake Shelton, and then David Beckham. Oh, they went on a David Beckham 2015, Chris Hemsworth 2014. Oh my God, they won a run.
Yeah.
2013, Adam Levine. That was before he was a weird cheater.
Yeah, I just think the last
Channing Tatum 2012.
Yeah. I just think the last like 7-ish years or so have just shown like what direction they're going in with People's Sexiest Man Alive, and we should not be surprised when it's like a handsome man in their 40s.
You know?
A handsome family man in their 40s.
Yeah.
Now let me say this. This 2011 cover of Bradley Cooper couldn't be a less sexy image of Bradley Cooper. This is nerdy Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, he was really young then,
This is not Sexiest Man Alive Bradley Cooper. This is an awful cover to prove that he's the sexiest man alive. Ryan Reynolds 2010.
JFK Jr. 88. That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I mean that's a journey through years, and I do think if Glenn Powell is getting that call, I don't know if he is at the point, like his career is skyrocketing right now. Like he doesn't need People's Sexiest Man Alive. That's like he's calling his pal Tom Cruise and saying, "Hey Tom, like what do I need to do? What's the move here?" Tom's like, "Oh,
Tom's
you don't need to do
multiple times."
Matthew McConaughey.
Well, I'm saying Tom's been on it before, so it's like like for him, he's like, it's
do it.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey 2005, that's probably when he took a break after. He said, I gotta stop doing
No, it's just like that's I think that's where we're at.
Wait, Johnny Depp won in 2003 and
Johnny Depp was on there multiple times.
2009.
Yeah.
That is way too close of times to be winning twice. 2003 and 2009 Johnny
Dynasty.
Depp won.
Only 6 years apart. Yeah.
They couldn't find anybody else.
Yeah, no, I
they're just like, damn, this guy's good looking.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt also a couple times.
Brad Pitt's on multiple times, yeah.
George Clooney
Also multiple times.
Look, it's that's where we're at. We've come to terms with the fact that we're in store for the John Krasinski types and probably not like the Glenn Powell types.
I'm putting
that picture of Tom Cruise in 1990, not a
certainly not the Timothée Chalamets.
I'm putting
or like the Paul Mescals. Like they're not, like Paul Mescal isn't doing this.
Yeah, I'm putting my money back on Steve Carell. I think Steve Carell
fair. I think that's
is
fair.
Like the dream choice for people.
I think at this point, he's on. It's on pace
for him to win.
Yeah, we're headed in that direction.
What? They go real old. Steve Martin, Martin Short. They do
I
a
saw
duo.
one comment that was cracking me
Sexiest
up.
men.
I saw one comment that was like, he's about John Krasinski. It was like, he's not even the sexiest man married to a blunt, which is because Stanley Tucci's married to Emily Blunt's sister.
I don't think I knew that.
Which is very funny. Yeah, they're in-laws,
Damn.
Krasinski and Tucci.
Thanksgiving must be fun.
That's a fun time. Yeah, he's making a good Negroni. But no, that's gonna be the move because, like we said, on the same day, Glenn Powell is like, boom, Vanity Fair, Hollywood edition. Look at me with all these superstars, up and coming / already established superstars. I mean, Nicole Kidman, Zoe Saldana, Zendaya, Jonathan Bailey was on there. Who else was on there? Josh O'Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you watch the announcement of John Krasinski like on Colbert?
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the corniest thing ever. It's like, this is not a cool
Glenn,
thing.
Right. It's like Glenn Powell is like his agents are like, you need to turn that down. Now, I saw the video of Zendaya and Glenn Powell talking while they're on set, and then my TikTok kept feeding me Zendaya edits. And I was just like, man, there's no one cooler than Zendaya. Like, it was just, my TikTok was just filled with edits of cool Zendaya clips. And I was like, she's so fucking cool.
I always see the ones of her like dancing or singing to Beyonce.
Yeah, like dance. Yeah, right. She's just so cool. Like every clip I see of her, I'm like, ah.
Yeah, and it was funny because not only was Zendaya, like Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney was there too, the connection between the two of them. But Sydney Sweeney, I was like on the Vanity Fair TikTok because I was watching all the videos that they were putting out of the shoot and like the questions they were asking, and they were asking them all like what their secret obsession was. And Sydney, Lisa was on there too. I'm forgetting everybody. It was a really good group of people. But Sydney Sweeney was like, cheese.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I like, Sydney Sweeney is truly such an enigma as a person to me. Just like as a full personality wise, like as a person. Because sometimes I'm like, that makes sense. And then sometimes I'm like, what? Like, they all had these funny things, and she just had a giant wheel of cheese and was like, you know, wheels of cheese are actually super expensive. They make for a great gift. I was like, what is happening?
I know. Sometimes I'm like, Sydney Sweeney, she's such an interesting person.
Yeah.
And she also did talk about like women empowerment, and she was basically like, it's a lot of bullshit behind the scenes.
Yeah. Which good for her.
Honestly,
I'm sure she's right.
No, I was going to say that, like, good for her for just being honest about it, because it must be so frustrating to be like in an industry where a ton of people, and I'm sure there are a ton of fantastic women who do build up women behind the scenes, but in that industry, I'm sure she has seen a ton. I mean, she had a casting director outright say that she didn't think she was attractive, or whoever it was, the producer or director. Like, there are people behind the scenes that are tearing them down. So like, props to her for just being like, yeah, a lot of it is bullshit, because she probably sees some people hyping people up, and then she, behind the scenes, they're tearing them down. Like, that shit happens all the time. So she's calling people out for it, which is like the only way for people to change how they're acting. Like, they're like, oh fuck, we can't be fake, we're gonna get called out for it, we better start being fucking real.
Yeah, they must be so sick of all the Euphoria talk, because even they were at like, Zendaya's like, hey, all I know is we're going back, you know? And the HBO, head of HBO or whoever it was like, we have a script we're happy with, blah, 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 like not too many details. Like, here we go. But like Zendaya's like, yeah, we're going back. Like Sydney Sweeney's like, yeah, we're going back. Like, she also spoke on the fact that, you know, for a while there was projects that she had to turn down because of the scheduling conflicts, and like, is Euphoria coming back? Is it not? Like, that's like contractually she had to like push things around. And then she said at one point she was just like, fuck it, when she wanted to do Anyone But You and producing it and everything, like, she was able to do it and was like, I'm gonna do it. So I'm glad she did, because, you know, love that movie. But it's it must be like, let's get this shit over with.
No, truly, they must just want to get it over with, because they're so far past it. Moving on, Teddi Mellencamp is getting a divorce, and the rumors were that Edwin, her husband, had cheated on her, but turns out the reason they're getting divorced is because Teddi Mellencamp cheated on her husband with her horse trainer. And her horse trainer, the reason that this got blown up was because the horse trainer's wife found the text messages on his phone between Teddi Mellencamp and him, and his wife Carly was gonna forgive him and look past it and move on until she found that they were still having an emotional affair over text messages. And this was all happening while she was pregnant and giving birth to their second child.
Yeah, he just wasn't there for the birth.
He just wasn't there.
Second child.
He was out cheating.
This guy. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And allegedly now Teddi is scared of the lengths that her estranged husband Edwin is going to go to look good after this whole thing. Apparently he's determined to come out on top of the divorce. He wants to maintain custody of the kids, so he's willing to do whatever to make that happen.
Well, he's already looking good if he's not the one who cheated.
Yeah. Well, she was saying that I guess he had cheated in years past. And she had forgiven him.
Oh, okay. So that I think maybe that's why people had thought that he was the reason for the divorce. That would make sense, because I was like, people just assumed he was cheating, but it was her. No, if he had cheated in the past, then I could see how people could assume it's his fault. But Teddi got too comfortable with her horse trainer, which is
Simon Schroeder.
Yeah,
is his name. And insiders told Page Six that they began their alleged affair in May and later traveled to Florida together for an equestrian event while his wife Carly was giving birth to their second child in California. Carly thought it was suspicious that her husband was in Florida when she was giving birth. Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would
very
also
suspicious.
Raise a red flag. Yeah, so there was also I saw this post on Entertainment Tonight. I took a screenshot of it. What it said. The recent rumors surrounding Teddi Mellencamp's marriage are somewhat true, but, quote, it's not the scandal people want it to be, a source tells ET. The source confirms that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star did cheat on her husband, Edwin, with horse trainer Simon, though Teddi, quote, has been trying to end her marriage for quite some time and finally got the balls to do it. Now the reality star is, quote, done living in fear about her infidelity going public. Teddi's kids are top priority and she wants to protect them as best she can. Edwin's making it hard, though, claims the source. This so-called affair has been blown out of proportion. Teddi owns that she's made mistakes in her marriage, too, but this is turning into chaos that needs to end. The source also alleged that Edwin, who married Teddi in 2011, has had his own indiscretions within the marriage, which Teddi forgave, but still wants to make it work with his wife. Another source close to Edwin tells ET he was unfaithful 8 years ago, and at that point he had a period of self-reflection and focused more on his family and his faith, and there were no incidents since then. This is like, for me, this source speaking to ET is somebody, speaking on behalf of Teddi. Like, this quote bothers me, has been trying to end her marriage for quite some time and finally got the balls to do it. It's like, what does that mean? Finally got the balls to cheat on him, or finally got the balls to end her marriage with him after cheating?
Right. Seems like you got caught and then.
Right. Like, I just think, like, cheating is used as an excuse to get out of a relationship, and maybe perhaps a bad relationship. Mm-hmm. And you want, like, if she's saying she needed to get out of her marriage, wanted to get out of her marriage, then is she saying she used cheating as her way out?
Right,
like,
right. It's a confusing quote. It's
right.
Like, I built up the courage to go cheat on him.
Right. Or just, you want to just end, how about just ending
before
marriage?
Before you do that. Because now you're involving a whole other family. Right. And this guy's wife and their kids, and it's a whole other family that you're now stepping into and creating a mess there. And the trainer created a mess for himself as well.
Totally. So, yeah, I wonder if she'll share more details. I guess it's tough because they do, they have children. You want to protect your kids in that scenario. And if there's more of, like, what was happening in Edwin and Teddi's relationship that led her to this point.
Right. And now if she's like, oh, well, Edwin was cheating on me, so I cheated on him. It's like, but you still are now ruining somebody else's marriage. That, you're thinking about a whole other family. There's a whole other family involved. It's not just you cheating on somebody because Edwin cheated on Edwin because he cheated on you and going back and forth. Yeah. It's like you're now hurting a whole bunch of other people involved in the guy's family that you cheated with.
Right. So it's interesting. It's an interesting narrative that they're going with here, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. Because Teddi did post a picture of herself on Instagram yesterday too. With comments are turned off, but the caption says, "When you're being pushed into the shadows, always find your light."
Okay.
All
right. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Like, but it sounds like she's not with the horse trainer now. It was like
Yeah,
it was like an affair that was short-lived,
and the horse trainer is probably like, what the fuck did I do here? What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, arguably, even a worse look for this rando guy to just like miss the birth of his child.
It's horrible.
He's off with Teddi. Like that. I mean, it's a bad look for both of them.
I mean, it's horrendous all around. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Weird.
cheating, it's very weird.
Holiday party fails can turn into a great story that ends with a toast over Coors Light. Getting snowed in can turn into the ultimate movie marathon. It doesn't matter if the holidays don't go as planned when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset this holiday, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. You guys know, sometimes there are holiday mishaps. Something gets burnt. Somebody doesn't show up. Maybe there's a fight at the dinner table. You never know what could happen, a classic holiday mishap, but remember to choose chill this holiday season and make sure you are stocked with your Coors Light. Maybe you can incorporate it into a new holiday tradition. Choose chill this holiday season and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/chicks. Or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Speaking of cheating, going into the Tommy Fury story. Now, when Tommy Fury and Molly-Mae split, I think everyone jumped to conclusions. They were like, Tommy Fury must have done something bad. The way that this is worded is like Tommy Fury did something. Now, this woman went on the Reality Check show. It's a UK-based show. And talked about the fact that
Katie Robertson is her name?
Yeah, that Tommy Fury cheated on Molly-Mae with her and 3 other women around the same time when they were in Dubai. I don't know if you guys remember, there was those clips of Chris Brown and Tommy Fury in the club. They were in Dubai. And this woman is claiming that Tommy Fury cheated with her and 3 other people. And she has these videos and pictures and she's showing the guys on the show and she's like bragging about it and smiling and laughing. And I just have to say, she's horrendous. She's horrendous.
I'll be honest. I watched
all around.
I watched this clip and then I did like 5 minutes of internet stalking, and I don't really believe a word that is coming out of her mouth. She seems really young and a quote unquote adult content creator. So there is some. You look at her social media. I was like, whoa, what's happening? But I just feel like there is not a lot of. I just think she's talking out of her ass, to be honest.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest, and this is going to sound brutal and ruthless, but I'm going to be straight up. When I saw this clip, I thought, there is no way. There's no way. But then she's showing pictures and videos to the guys, and they're all freaking out. So I'm like, is he in these pictures and videos with her? Like, does she have proof? I mean, regardless, like, Tommy Fury is the biggest scumbag. Like he's the one cheating on Molly-Mae.
Yeah.
But if you're a woman going around bragging, it's awful. It's horrendous. Like she looks like she's getting joy out of it and like laughing and smiling.
It did seem like she was sounding kind of proud of it.
Be proud and sit around with a bunch of guys and like at the expense of Molly-Mae's feelings is just so icky. Like it's just so gross to me. The whole thing. And Tommy Fury's got to be fucking kicking himself because what an idiot. What an idiot. And if he really like, I can't wrap my head around
there
it.
is they do put a picture in the clip of them, but it's just like there's a picture of them.
Yeah,
you know? I he's driving Tommy Fury's driving a car. She's in the car. So like there's not.
He clearly hung out with her in some capacity if they're in the same car.
Right. There is the picture is there. I just
But you don't know what happened. But still,
I don't know what the level of the story. She's saying Tommy was with 3 girls and her, 3 girls and then her. I don't know. It seems pretty crazy, and to just like the way she's telling it, like I said, it just does not come across great, I will say. And another woman, adult content creator, commented on the post and it said, I'm sure this isn't true, but it's upsetting that people will say all girls within our industry are like this, sad face. I don't think these people should be platformed. So it's just
I mean, that's a good point. It's like there's a lot of people in that industry that aren't out there trying to steal men and you know, make people's feelings like
and
make fun of them,
go
like, it's-
viral for it being like, oh, so you're the like being asked like, oh, you're the reason they broke up. She's like, yeah, partially, yeah.
and they're like
and
proud
smiling.
of it. It's like very bizarre
weird.
behavior, incredibly weird.
I don't know.
and
Tommy
gross.
Fury really is like, he put out his book recently, and shout out to the people on TikTok that literally just took pictures of like the last chapter and posted all the pictures, because I saw all that. So I was like, I read that last chapter. I mean, the man is adamant that there was no cheating, and he put it in writing at the end of his book. So it's just like, I don't know what lengths you go to continue to cover shit up. Like, I do believe he was cheating. I do think something had happened. But like, putting it in writing at the end of your book is crazy.
Right, like he's like, I really didn't, but like, what? Like,
yeah.
and why
But this is a weird. It's like all around weird. It's like this, especially like the podcast, even just having this, and they're clearly trying to get, like, they posted the same video multiple times. So, you know, they're trying to get it to go viral, and hey, we're here talking about it. So I guess that's exactly
I guess it
probably
works,
what
but
they wanted.
not in a good way. Not in a good way to go viral, really. Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks, two people I never thought I'd hear together, but
Ship.
weirdly, it makes fucking sense to me.
Oh man,
Why
I mean,
is
truly
why
what a
is
headline.
Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks like making sense in my mind? Like I'm picturing Kim Zolciak being, you know what? I want me a piece of Chet Hanks. Like I just
Tom
see
Hanks
it.
is gonna be a great father.
Yeah,
mean,
like she's like, oh my god, I get to meet Tom Hanks. Like that's what I'm picturing.
I truly had to like scratch my head after reading this headline of Kim Zolciak, Chet Hanks fuel romance rumors while attending Jelly Roll concert together. She took to Instagram Wednesday to gush about having the best time with the country singer and his beautiful wife, and so much fun with Hanks and pal Jenny Doyle. She wrote, one of my absolute favorite concerts, and everyone that is part of this massive operation is beyond kind. There are no words for the happiness and joy that surrounded us all that night. I saw a whole lot of sparkle in the crowd, and posted some, selfies of them together. Some of the snaps from the night, you can see Zolciak and Chet were posing for the camera. There's one she's leaning in towards him. She also shared several clips of her meeting and hugging Jelly Roll as well.
Maybe Chet Hanks had the in with Jelly Roll, and Kim Zolciak's like, okay, maybe I'll get to meet Jelly Roll if I go on this date with Chet Hanks.
Now, I didn't realize that there were already romance rumors about these two.
These two crazy kids.
So I guess because at first I was like, oh wait, they were just at a concert together on. She posted a couple of pictures. Like, but this is multiple times they've been seen together now. It says, for the past year, Kim and Hanks have continued to spark romance rumors since, quote, hitting things off while filming MTV's Surreal Life Villa of Secrets in Medellin, Colombia. Multiple sources told TMZ at the time that the two were acting flirty toward each other on set. And here they are still hanging out. Fans could see the chemistry between the two throughout the reality show, including a moment when Hanks called Zolciak a MILF.
Damn, he called her a MILF?
Called her a MILF.
Those sweet words will rope somebody in.
I don't even know, is this show out?
Just a real life? I'm pretty sure Josie Canseco did it too. I think it's been out.
Oh, shortly after a trailer for the series dropped, a paparazzo caught up with the former Bravo celebrity and asked her about the potential new romance. She said she couldn't, he's a nice guy, but she admitted she can't imagine dating again amid her divorce. So,
oh my God!
I didn't realize that Chet Hanks had a child.
I didn't know anything about
Chet
that
Hanks
show.
is a wild boy.
Yeah, his videos are wild.
I think
His
that's how
accents are
I would
wild.
literally describe him, as just a wild boy, and that it doesn't really make sense that he is Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah,
and I could imagine Chet Hanks bringing Kim Zolciak home for Thanksgiving, and Tom Hanks is like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Also, it's just so funny, how different him and Colin Hanks are.
yeah.
Colin Hanks just seems like very
the whole
clean
family
cut.
doesn't make sense. The whole family dynamic is off. But Kim Zolciak adding
What
to
a
that,
pair! What a pair!
true love to me.
Those all of her kids are this is
This is our new stepdad.
Another new one.
Forget Croy. We
Yeah.
got Chet.
Croy to Chet is just solely based on name, just name wise.
Croy, Chet.
Yeah.
Tough. But I'm rooting for these two crazy kids to make it last.
Wow,
huh?
what a connection.
I want
connection.
I want a Christmas card between Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks.
Do you think that Tom and wait, what's the wife's name? I'm blanking. Tom Hanks.
Her what? Rita Wilson?
Yeah, that they like are Real Housewives fans, and like that, like imagine like they've been watching her on TV, and now they're like, wait, our son's dating her.
Yeah, it's extremely possible, but this is one you wouldn't see coming.
No, you wouldn't. And you know what? I'm happy it's happening. One you wouldn't see coming, but I'm happy it's happening. Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian do a little collab Skims ad, Dolce & Gabbana. This is a throwback to the wedding situation. You know, Kourtney had her wedding in Italy, Dolce & Gabbana. Kim was like, she's stealing my entire wedding. Yeah. But they made it work. They worked it out on the remix, and these two for
Look,
Skims.
you know, they're sisters. And this was smart. This was a good,
very smart.
I think this was a good tactic here. Good campaign. I think everybody sees these pictures and it immediately, everyone knows the reference. Everybody gets it. Mm-hmm. The campaign is beautifully shot. Yeah. It's a really cool kind of like old school throwback. Mm-hmm. Dolce & Gabbana Italian shoot. And yeah, we know that there was those wedding issues, but here comes Kourtney, which is smart. Kim's always making good moves with Skims. I think it's by far, you know, one of the best businesses she has created. She has created many, but
and you're gonna get me. You're gonna get me with a leopard print moment these days.
Yeah, I know, right?
Leopard print, cheetah print. It's all in these days, and you're gonna get me with an old school Italian leopard print moment.
Yeah,
so I think this is a cool campaign.
It is really cool. I mean, just the pictures itself are really cool. The launch merges the Italian lifestyle of Dolce & Gabbana with Skims' signature comfort and solutions, delivering a unique selection of sensual body-enhancing looks to exude confidence and allure, according to the press release. Dolce & Gabbana, you know, they have always had a close relationship with them, and here they are doing this together, and having Kourtney do it with them was the right move. Very smart.
It was a very smart move. It was a great campaign. And there's really not much to say besides that. It's like, yeah, smart move. Applause.
Did you see?
They're good at making fun of themselves in the right moments.
Absolutely. And they love a callback. Mm-hmm. Love a callback. This has nothing to do with the Kardashians. I don't even know why. But I think because just talking like Skims campaigns, did you see this new Pamela Anderson movie that's coming out?
Yes, I did. The Last Showgirl.
Last Showgirl. I watched the trailer for it today. It looks unbelievable.
I am excited for that.
Very excited. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. Like, I mean, could not be happier for Pamela Anderson, truly. Like, and the movie looks fantastic. It's a Gia Coppola film. Mm-hmm. And it's got like, it's Pamela Anderson. But the cast is fantastic. I don't know why I'm literally only thinking of Brenda Song, because when I saw Brenda Song's name, I was like, whoa, Brenda Song? That's great.
Good for Brenda Song.
Yeah, like I just kind of just jumped right on that one. But it is Kiernan Shipka, Billy Lord, Pamela Anderson, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ooh,
Brenda
cast.
Song. Fantastic.
Stack cast, yeah.
It looks really, really good. I'm really excited to see this. It's coming out like beginning of January. It's in LA in December, but nationwide January 10th. I was floored. Like the trailer was beautiful, and I think it's Miley singing in the trailer too.
I'll take any sort of Pamela Anderson content in any way I can. I feel like she's lived such an interesting life, and she like disappeared for a while, and she came back with her documentary, and now she's in this movie. Like,
yeah,
but, you know,
I love it.
It's a true good for Pamela Anderson.
Totally.
Last topic. Maud's son, no longer dating Avril Lavigne, is now dating Brittany, or they were seen out together, from Love is Blind. The girl who was with Leo, the rich guy who said he didn't want people to know he's rich but couldn't stop talking about how rich he is, they're seen out together.
Yeah, I have like my brain like rots like thinking about this a little bit, you know? I also like Love is Blind. Once the Love is Blind season is over, it's like you were like Brittany from Love is Blind. I was like, I can't even. Who is that?
I have to be completely honest.
I was like, which one is that?
Same thing for me with Love is Blind. Like the people from Love is Blind do not stay in my brain like other reality shows do.
No,
where like
they don't.
I'll think about them after. I'll follow them up after. Love is Blind. Once the season ends, I wipe my hands clean of these people. I don't think I've ever followed one Love is Blind contestant on Instagram. If I'm being completely honest.
I don't know if I think I have. But
I think a lot of them mostly go back to like their everyday lives also, because they like do the show and then they go back to that for a year because nobody knows. So I think that has something to do with it, but I'm never really following up. But I thought this was interesting because
it was interesting, and I wonder if this is who she was referring to, because they did ask her during the reunion if she was seeing someone. She said yes.
It was Mod Sun. Mod Sun, he gets around. Mod Sun.
They went to dinner at Catch Steak in LA.
Catch Steak is great.
Yeah.
But Mod Sun, he has had some interesting relationships. Remember when he was dating Bella Thorne and Tana Mojo at the same time? They were in like that throuple situation.
Yep.
And then he was with Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
And now he's...
I thought him and Avril Lavigne really made a lot of sense, you know. But
yeah. Brittany from Love is Blind isn't really making sense to me with Mod Sun, but it could just be a little fling.
The night before they were spotted...
Probably is a little fling.
Yeah, the night before...
I'm acting like they're like true love.
Hey. The night before they were spotted at his concert packing on some PDA inside a Los Angeles bar, according to TMZ. Photos and videos captured by the outlet even showed them sharing a kiss inside On the Rocks in West Hollywood. So,
ooh, On the Rocks in West Hollywood, Mod Sun and Brittany from Love is Blind getting feisty.
Yeah.
Well,
God, I would really not. I mean, I would love
these
people. Like, how do these two even find each other?
Instagram, TikTok.
I guess it's just all social media.
You can get in contact with literally anyone on social media.
Right.
It's just a shot in the dark at that point. Brittany could have just slid into Mod Sun's DMs.
Yeah.
He sees it at the right time and he answers.
Because
he probably slid into her.
I was going to say, like, is Brittany sliding into Mod Sun's DMs?
Or he may be sliding into hers. He watched Love is Blind. He loved the season. He thought she's a free woman now.
You never know. Maybe she's like a massive Mod Sun fan.
It could be. There's
fan of his music.
With social media, two people getting together never surprises me these days. You could truly get in contact with anybody. People see it and they make it happen, just like these two lovebirds and Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks.
Yeah,
I would love to see the first two DMs that Kim Zolciak and Chet Hanks exchanged, because I know it had to have. Oh well, no, it was the surreal.
They met on the show.
They had to have a little exchange, a little flirty, respond to the Instagram story type thing.
Yeah,
he throws a heart eyes on Kim's picture.
Oh yeah, he's definitely swiping up.
No, you know what I can see him doing? Clapping. Or the water. I can see him sending the water emojis.
Yep.
With the eggplant.
Totally.
He's like, whoa, Kim.
Totally.
Water.
I can see like a lot of some fire emojis.
Fire. I could see some peaches.
Yep.
Look at those cheeks.
I could see him
multi-purpose.
Like
Atlanta, Georgia, and Kim Zolciak.
Right. The peach just plays.
She's got her peach.
What did you say, Noah?
I said I could see him sending like a drooling emoji.
Right. The drooling with the water next to it. He's like, oh my God. Yeah. Same thing with Mod Sun. I could just see like a yo.
Yeah, that's
like
wild.
it's like simple. It's just yo.
Yeah, that's just a connection.
And Brittany's like, hey.
It's just a connection you do not see coming.
You don't, but
you really don't.
I'm all for these random rare connections.
Yep. That seems to be the theme of this episode.
Gets the people talking. And that wraps up today's episode.
Rum Haven is made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste. You cannot beat the taste of real coconut water. It is delicious, clean, and refreshing. Rum Haven believes that Mother Nature does it best. That's why Rum Haven is crafted with premium Caribbean rum and real coconut water. Enjoy Rum Haven straight over ice with a splash of club soda in your favorite juice, or in our new favorite, Chicks in the Office cocktail, the Little Fall cocktail. If you are coming to shows, I implore you to try the Little Fall cocktail. It is delicious. We had a bunch when we were in Kansas City and Nashville. It was so good. Loved it. Highly recommend. It's great. And honestly, like, Rum Haven just makes a delicious, delicious cocktail. To get the recipe for our Little Fall cocktail and find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven for yourself, head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice. Whether or not you can catch us on the road this fall, head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to get the recipe for our Little Fall cocktail and find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven for yourself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game number 150, and we are joined by Meg and Tina. They are loyal listeners and loyal live show supporters. They've been to two now, so thank you guys so much, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We got at least one Eagles fan, so I love it. We're in our coordinate. Oh, two's amazing. Well, we're in. This is also an Abercrombie Eagles.
I want my Eagles colors.
You did support. You're green and white right there, and gray. Honestly, our sweaters are really coordinated.
For sure. That's why I thought when I put it on today.
Totally. You were like, you know what? They're playing Thursday Night Football. I'm totally gonna.
I looked in the mirror. I said, "Go Eagles!"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll jump right into it. It's 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We are going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whoever is closest will get to go first, and we will alternate between teams. Everyone gets their own individual guess. Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is The Muppets.
Wow, just the Muppets. The
Muppets.
original.
The OG Muppets.
Well, how many Muppets are there?
A lot.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
The Muppets, as in, now you're making me question. Not like 1979, like 2011. Jason Segel.
Oh, okay.
I would have went with the original.
Yeah, I was going to say,
the OG.
there's a lot of Muppets.
I would have went with the 1900s.
Yeah.
1900.
I would have went with the 1900s Muppets, not the 20th century or 21st century.
The Jason Segel
What
Muppets.
century
Jason
are we
Segel.
in?
Yeah.
This is the 20th
21st.
21st century.
We're living in the 21st century, guys.
That's always so confusing to me.
I corrected myself and I said it. I said 20th and I said 21st. Just making sure. Anyways, one of you goes first for the 2011 Muppets, not the 1979 Muppets.
32.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the original, I'd go high, but it's not the original, so I'm a little tore up right now. But something tells me I'm going to go high. I'm going to go 82.
I'll go 65.
I'm going to say 47.
Ria's the closest. 95.
Nice!
What?
The Muppets always
The
plays.
Muppets Jason Segel movie
Yes.
is a 95%.
Yeah.
I guess the Muppets always plays.
Wow.
I've never seen it, but
I forgot that existed.
yeah. All right. Question number 1 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Michaela from Newton, Massachusetts. Which singer did Jordan Sparks share a duet with on her 2008 song No Air?
Chris Brown.
Easy.
Chris Brown, final answer.
Correct.
I know.
You know, sometimes people forget. I don't know if I could.
That question's like driving.
I will never forget No Air.
No, that
No,
question.
I love No Air, but for some reason, if you,
You know
were
that's
to
like
ask
one of
me,
my all-time favorite
Really?
songs.
It's
Yes.
a good song. Whatever happened to her?
Just living life, you know?
Just fell off. Okay, 1-0 Ria and Fran. Question number 2 to Meg and Tina. Shout out Samantha and Taylor from Arlington, Virginia. In Modern Family, Claire and Mitchell used to compete together in what sport?
I'm rewatching this right now, and I want to say it's like, no, figure skating or something. Go with it. Yeah, figure skating.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow, nice.
That's a good pull.
Yeah. Okay, tied up at 1. Question number 3 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Hallie Haley? 1L. From Staten Island. Name the movie that gives this advice. Whenever a boy comes, you should always have something baking.
Wait, repeat the question?
Name the movie that gives this advice. Whenever a boy comes, you should always have something baking.
Clueless.
Oh,
Clueless.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
nice.
Nice.
Wow. All right. 2-1, Ria and Fran. Question number 4 to Meg and Tina. Shout out Samantha and Taylor, again from Arlington, Virginia. Guess the movie from its IMDb description. A rebellious girl is sent to a southern beach town for the summer to stay with her father. Through their mutual love of music, the estranged duo learn to reconnect.
Yeah. Last song.
Final answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. As soon as you said the first line, I was like, last song.
Okay, tied up at 2. Question number 5 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Marissa from Kansas City. In Friends, the night before Monica and Chandler's wedding, what sends Chandler into a spiral and causes him to freak out and go missing the day of the wedding?
This is to us, right?
Mm.
Isn't it like Rachel's pregnant, but they think it's Monica because they found the pregnancy test?
So we could just say that he thinks Monica's pregnant.
Yeah, he thinks Monica's pregnant.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It's Meg and Tina.
I felt good about that.
Me too.
Like calling her Mrs. Thing. I have no idea. Go for it. I think something to do with like someone calling her Mrs. Bing or the Bings. Her voicemail. I think it was the voicemail.
10 seconds.
We've reached the banks. Final answer.
Correct. It's that he heard she like already recorded the new voicemail, and it was called the Bangs. All right. 3-2, Meg and Tina. And this is question number 6 to them.
Meg and Tina are good. Meg and Tina are good.
Shout out Danielle from Hebron, Maine. In season 2 of the show Tell Me Lies, what is the name of the older man / teacher that Bree is hooking up with?
I just watched this.
All of you. Is it a last name?
No, it's a first name. I think I picture his face.
10 seconds.
Brian?
I don't know. We'll go with Brian.
Incorrect, Ria Fran.
Oliver.
Oliver.
Oh,
Oliver.
And for a second, I
Oliver.
thought to myself, how can you talk about a show every day and forget the name?
No, it happens.
It happens.
It really happens. And in my head, I was like, I think it's an O name.
Yeah, I don't.
British.
Yeah, Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver. Yep. Final
Correct.
answer.
All right, wow.
Ria's having a good brain day.
Sometimes that just happens, you know? Like, you could watch the show and then it's...
You talk about it every
Gone.
day, and then you stop talking about it one day, everything leaves your brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tied up at
When
3.
we were talking about Outer Banks, I, like, actually forgot the guy that was, like, JJ's dad. Like, I was like, what is that guy's name again? And we just watched it, so...
Tied up at 3. Question number 7 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Maya from Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Which season 6 Love Island USA contestant said this quote in their intro package? If you can make them laugh and giggle, you can make them cheeks clap and jiggle.
Oh. I have to be completely honest. I always fast forward through the packages.
Yeah, the beginning.
The beginning
Yeah,
of I just started watching Love Island Australia, and I was like, fast forward.
Yeah.
Maybe Kendall.
That would be my guess.
10 seconds.
That would be my guess.
All right, let's go Kendall.
Incorrect. To Meg and Tina.
That was our guess too. Cordell?
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay, Cordell.
Oh, sweet innocent Cordell.
Okay,
I
Cordell.
feel like they made him say that.
Definitely.
I feel like he probably said it in a way that, like,
yeah,
least
right. Was
doesn't
funny.
come across
Coming out
as-
of your mouth,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
quite sound the same.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say it, like, with any pizzazz.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-3, Meg and Tina. And this is question number 8 to them. Shout out Samantha and Taylor from Arlington, Virginia again. Wow, they got a lot today, actually. Okay. In 2019, Harry Styles released his second studio album, Fine Line, featuring the song Treat People with Kindness. What actress starred alongside Harry Styles in the music video for that song?
Oh, I love Harry Styles so much, and I don't have any idea. I'm trying to think if it's like someone he dated or something.
15 seconds.
I don't even know who.
I don't either.
Oh, I think it's Zendaya. Definitely won't.
5 seconds.
Olivia Wilde.
Incorrect. It's Ria and Fran.
I just want to say, every time it gets to this song, I turn the album off.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's my least favorite song on that album.
It might be my least favorite, but I don't turn it off.
I turn it off.
I don't remember.
I don't remember at all.
I just remember it being like somebody really famous.
It's like ringing.
like-
It's like on the
10
tip of my
seconds.
tongue.
Yeah. When he says it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Same. Fuck.
5.
Just tell me, because
Just
I'm
like
gonna.
Jennifer Garner. Final
Incorrect.
answer.
That would have been wild. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
You know, not Jennifer Garner, obviously
Yeah.
at all, but
No.
That's yeah.
I mean,
You know,
they
like,
have
famous-
the same color hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner, I can't picture
Phoebe
in that
Waller-Bridge,
video.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all ringing a bell now.
Yep.
Okay. Still tied. Or no, it's not tied. Meg and Tina are up 4-3. This is question number 10. Or no, question number... Wow, I'm all over the place right now. Question number 9 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Samantha and Taylor again from Arlington, Virginia. In Grey's Anatomy, when Owen Hunt is introduced, he carries Christina into the hospital after a bizarre injury where she is impaled. What is she impaled by?
I do not remember.
Neither do I.
Everybody's getting impaled by something on that show, you know?
And then you don't take it out, you have to keep it in because...
Yeah.
Yep.
What does she get impaled by?
15 seconds.
A bike accident.
Incorrect. To Meg Tina.
I think it's an icicle.
Where? No idea.
An icicle?
Final answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
Damn.
I remember, that's one of the one scenes I vividly remember from that show where it's the icicle's like hanging above.
No, I do. Now that you say it, I remember it, but I kind of forgot that it was Christina.
And I kind of thought it was a melt.
I was like, wouldn't
Yeah.
it just melt? I feel like you could just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Zola, you can plan your entire wedding in one convenient place. From the day you get engaged and search for the venue to the day you send out your save the dates, make your registry, and even taste your cake, Zola has literally everything you need to make the whole process super easy and actually enjoyable. There's even a 5-star app that helps you plan on the go or on your couch. Zola helps couples plan their wedding they really want. With tons of unique features and personalized recommendations based on a couple's preferences, every Zola wedding is as unique as the couple planning it. Their wedding pros are on call to walk couples from question to answer anytime. Zola is so great. It makes wedding planning so seamless. For somebody that just went through all the wedding planning, Zola is so great, and it's an easy way to get everything in one place. Invites, registry, thank yous, gift tracking, like everything that you need to do. Seating chart they have as well as a feature. It's everything. It's so great. So start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
5-3 Meg Tina. This is question number 10 to them. I'm going to play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
You ain't got no better food, like some chicken wings, some baby back ribs, some fries or something?
Chinese food, no soul food here.
I didn't say nothing about no soul food. I said you got some better food. I don't want that greasy shit. How you gonna sell a big box of grease?
I'm chilly you what?
Come
on. I'm no punk bitch.
I ain't no punk bitch neither.
I'm no
I'll
punk
come back there and
bitch.
knock that head off.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this
I think
is
it's
I have no idea.
I have literally no guess.
I'm gonna guess Malibu's Most Wanted. That's my only thought.
Go for it.
incorrect.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to think of a
no
scene with like a Chinese food restaurant in a movie.
Is it like Girls Trip or something? Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
15
can go with that.
seconds.
I've never seen it, so
Yeah. I saw it once, but I don't really remember it. Girls Trip, final answer.
Incorrect. Rush Hour.
Oh.
I thought that his voice was going to give it away.
I've never seen Rush Hour.
Oh, really?
Neither,
Yeah.
neither have I.
Damn.
Neither have
You guys
I.
are missing out. Okay.
That and the Muppets. We gotta put it on the
Is
list.
that a woman's voice or a man's
No,
voice?
it's Chris Tucker, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Thought that was a woman.
Really? Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Chris Tucker. Because I just feel like he has one of the most like recognizable.
No, he
like,
totally does. I just really
Yeah.
like that. Just I mean, my guess was Girls Trip.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Right.
That's great. You thought that was a girl?
I thought that was a woman speaking. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I totally did too.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. 5-3 still Meg and Tina, and this is question number 11 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Maya from Dartmouth again. Finish the Olivia Rodrigo lyrics to her song Deja Vu. Car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream.
You know me.
Is this our question?
Yeah.
Billy Joel on the radio. I know she mentions
Deja
Billy
Vu.
Joel, so
Yeah.
sure. Billy Joel on the radio.
Incorrect. To Meg and Tina.
Can you say the question again?
Finish the Olivia Rodrigo lyrics to her song Deja Vu. Car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream.
I can't even like those
I
right
always
now.
skip this song.
That song's a banger.
It's a good song, but I
I just
10
never
seconds.
can think of words to the songs.
I
5 seconds.
No, we got nothing.
1 spoon for 2.
1 spoon for 2. Oh, strawberry. Let me tell you something. I can only ever remember, in my head, I was going strawberry ice cream, 2. Like, I just, it's.
I can only
yeah.
remember lyrics if I listen to the song over and over again. This is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Question number 12. And this is to Meg and Tina. It's 5-3 Meg and Tina. Shout out Samantha and Taylor from... I feel like they have every question in this thing. Okay.
Well, you would know. You made it, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
Like, why
You're
are you
acting surprised?
Why are you acting surprised? You put the question
No, I
together.
know, but sometimes I just forget. Okay.
Okay.
In Modern Family, who has...
2 Modern Family questions? That's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
Who has a recurring role as Mitch and Cam's best girlfriend, Sal, and rival to their daughter, Lily?
Oh my god, I just watched this. I have no idea what this is.
She in it.
That's all I can think of.
15 seconds.
If it would come to me.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Pass.
It's tough when you've never seen Modern Family, like, chronologically, you've only seen a couple episodes on air and you get 2 Modern Family questions.
I've watched Modern Family, so I can't. 2 Modern Family questions is in one game for sure.
Yeah, I draw the line at 2 Modern Family questions.
One is totally admissible.
Yeah, one is
One's
totally
great.
fine. It's 2.
I
have no idea.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess like Anna Faris, like
Yeah.
something like that.
Cool.
Final answer.
Incorrect. Elizabeth Banks.
Oh shit. Yep.
And her and
Yep.
Julie Bowen look
Fuck.
alike.
They do.
I actually could have gotten that if I maybe thought harder. Yeah.
That's like Tom Brady being like, I could have probably won
Yeah,
that
okay.
game.
Yeah.
I tried harder.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Not that I could have. I'm saying more of I should have.
Okay, still 5-3, Meg and Tina. Question number 13 to Ria and Fran. Another Modern Family one. Just kidding.
In Modern Family.
Okay, shout out Savannah from Huntsville, Alabama. Taylor Swift, Joey King, Dylan O'Brien, and Olivia Rodrigo all guest starred on what TV show?
Taylor Swift, Joey King, Dylan O'Brien, and Olivia Rodrigo all get started on what TV show? Saturday Night Live? This is the only place I could see all those
15
people.
seconds.
Ugh. All separately.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, all
I know it's all
separately.
separately, but like what fucking...
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo is what's throwing me off, I'd have to say.
5 seconds.
Is it like did Taylor Swift ever do
Time.
like Law and Order or SVU? Final answer.
Incorrect. To Meg and Tina.
Can you say the names again? Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, Joey King, Dylan O'Brien, Olivia Rodrigo.
The only thing I can think that Taylor was in was New Girl.
Yeah. No way.
She
Maybe
would have
she
been really
was
young.
one of the students. I feel like we should guess New Girl.
Okay, New Girl.
Correct.
Oh, dang it.
Wow.
Dang it.
That seals a victory for you guys.
Shit.
Wow.
I don't remember Olivia Rodrigo in New
Must have
Girl.
been like a child.
I think she was a
Yeah.
student at the school that Just was principal.
Yeah. And Joey King was in fucking everything.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
It could have went anywhere
yeah, I
with Joey
see
King.
the picture of her. She looks really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the students. Okay. 6-3. We'll
Damn.
finish out the game. And this is question number 14 to Meg and Tina. Shout out Michaela from Newton again. Ralph Fiennes plays Lord Voldemort in the Harry Potter series, as well as J-Lo's love interest in what popular 2003 movie?
The only one I can think of is Monster-in-Law. I don't know if it's that. That's my guess.
Incorrect. To Ria and Fran.
Made in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Violence.
Yeah.
Correct.
We were laughing because we've been trying to watch all the Harry Potters to prepare for this in case it was a question. We didn't watch one of them.
Well, it's fine. That was the only
Yeah.
Harry
That
Potter.
was
I mean, that's fine. There's two
barely
Modern
looped
I
in,
Family.
watched
yeah.
Modern Family, so
Yeah.
it worked.
I don't think he goes by Ralph.
What? Oh, Ray Fiennes.
Fiennes,
Ray Fiennes, yeah. You know, it's confusing. I was
Yeah,
more
yeah.
focused on getting his last name right there.
That's fair.
Okay, question number 15 to Ria and Fran. Final question. She had a Bree from Pittsburgh, but she says go Birds. In Wizards of Waverly Place, where is the Russo's lair hidden?
Under the sandwich shop.
Or let me be more specific to not confuse. Like, how do you enter the lair?
Isn't it like through the freezer door or something? Like the walk-in refrigerator?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah.
In the back of the sandwich shop?
Yeah. That's the
Right?
answer.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Final answer.
Correct.
Nice. Well, we still lost.
6-5.
That's okay.
6-5. That's a
that's
close
fine.
one.
It was a close
Hey,
There
one.
were some there. There were some there. We left some on the table.
There-
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, we left someone on the table there.
We did.
That's unfortunate.
We did.
But congrats to you guys. You guys played a great game. You guys really know your stuff.
Well done, girls.
And you guys got shirts that say you beat us. So congratulations. And thank you guys so much for playing. And thank you for coming to the shows and listening to us.
Thanks for
Perfect.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
So nice meeting you guys. Thank you so much.
Go Birds.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys. We hope you have an amazing weekend. If you're coming to Detroit, make sure you bring your signs. We cannot wait to see you and hang out with you. And we'll talk to everybody on Monday.